Good morning. We are, oops, I was trying to go live and click the camera. But yeah, we're just getting set up here to go live on Instagram too. I hope everyone is well this morning. And let's see. Hey, Charles. Good morning. Oh, there we go. Yoganic Flow is up in here. Hey, Claire, she's about to join us to do the flow while I instruct the flow. Claire, good morning. If you're on Facebook watching this, there is one of our lovely teachers from Yoganic Flow is going to model the flow during the class, everyone, so you know why Claire is with us today. She teaches some of our classes on Mondays. And yeah, so check her out on your screen. If you're on Facebook, some of the poses that I'll be guiding will be, I'll be offering a less, what do I want to say? How do I want to say this, Claire? A modification of the pose or different variations, but Claire will likely be doing the intensification of the posture. So if you want to sweat a little bit this morning, maybe go to IG so you can follow Claire. But if you have any injuries or if you're pregnant, type that in a note for us so we know, so I can offer some variations of the poses for you. But definitely, if you're injured, let me know, and maybe you watch me because I won't be doing all of the poses. Hey, Greg. So, and there, also during class, there'll be moments where I'll stop to just check the screen to see if anyone has any comments, questions, or even requests if there's any body parts you specifically want to stretch out or work on. Yeah. All right, cool. So we have a few minutes here. And if you're here with us right now and ready to begin, you can just lie down on your back. I'll be sitting up nice and tall, and a lot of moments during class, I might guide a pose that I won't be doing, but you'll see Claire do it here, or if you're on Facebook, you'll hear me give the instructional cue. So we'll take these few minutes that we have before class begins. Yes, Claire, can you mute your mic? Awesome. Thank you at the Finch and the Thistle. I don't know how to say that name on Instagram, but thank you. Definitely want to get rid of that echo and make sure that there is little distractions during class as possible. How do you mute the mic? That is a good question. Oh, Sophie, how does Claire mute the mic? Can you type some directions in there for us? And if you're on your mat, just ignore all of this. uh, Maybe turn off your um, checking in before. Um, hey, Will, how can you mute the mic there? If anyone is tech savvy and you know, let us know. Luckily, guys, we'll see. We'll test it out. Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Courtney. Thanks for joining us. We'll begin lying down on our backs. No worries, Sophie. We're gonna get it together. So go ahead and grab a blanket. It doesn't have to be a yoga blanket. It could be a blanket from your bed. Grab a block, or maybe you grab a book or just something to bring the floor closer to you when we're in certain poses. So, yeah, these things are pretty helpful during your practice. So, we'll go ahead and from our backs, lying down, place one hand over your heart and place the other hand right over your navel. And lying down on your back, let your eyes close. Just lying here, settling in. Noticing the heartbeat. Noticing how you're breathing. Just tapping into what's going on inside. Can indicate directly how we're feeling. So it's okay if the heart is beating quickly or your breath is moving quickly. Start to slow that down. By breathing exclusively through your nostrils. Breathe in through your nose, fill up your belly, let the breath rise all the way up to your heart. And as you exhale, feel the heart soften. Breathe in, expanding your belly and your chest on your back. And breathe out as everything releases. Breathing in and out. Notice how, as you sip the breath in through your nose, your body expands and rises. And notice how, as you exhale, things start to release and soften. Keep breathing in and out through the nose. If you are on live with us, keep breathing through your nose. Maybe we're having some technical difficulties with Claire, but that's okay. We're just taking it all breath by breath. Take another inhale in through the nose. Feel the heart lift and rise with your breath. And as you exhale, feel everything start to release. Breathing in and breathing out. And today, allow your attention and all of your focus to rest right here in your heart center, the home of our emotions, working to balance, bring balance to the space, and calming energy. Take 5 more breaths on your back, balancing your inhalation and your exhalation. with eyes closed, just watching the heart rise and fall with your breath. And on your next inhale, go ahead and squeeze those knees into your chest if you're on your back. And start to rock a little bit from side to side, drawing circles in the ceiling with your knees. Good. Then rock all the way up and meet me in a seated position. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Lift your arms up, lift your chin up, look past your fingers here. And as you exhale, start to fold forward. Let it all go. Anchor down through those sitting bones so you start to feel your back body elongating with your breath. Take a big breath in through the nose, inflating your back. And exhale to move deeper into your forward fold here. Take 5 balanced breaths through your nose in this seated forward fold. As you inhale, watch your belly expand. And as you exhale, feel the body release. Inhale, walk those hands towards your body. Fill up your belly, lift the arms up, lift the eyes up. And then take that right hand behind you, take the left hand to the right knee, and twist from your navel as you look over the right shoulder. Good. Inhale to come back through center. Fill your lungs up, reach up. Press that left hand down and take your right hand to the left knee. And look over the left shoulder. Good. Inhale, filling, lifting, rising. And exhale as you plant the hands and twist from the navel, looking over your right shoulder. On your next inhale, fill the lungs up, fill the heart up, lift the arms, and as you exhale, change sides. Try a few more of these from side to side at the pace of your own breath. Just starting to link your breath with movement. So just like when you were on your backs, as you inhale, feel the heart rise with your breath. And as you exhale, feel the chest and shoulders relax down. Last one, big breath in, reach up as the knees reach down. Good. Take a couple more, just to the other side, a couple more breaths. And the next time you come back through center, reach all the way up as you ground through your sitting bones. Exhale, place the hands right behind your hips. Turn the fingertips towards your body and see that your palms are flat down on the yoga mat. Start to draw your shoulder blades together and take a big breath in. Inflate your belly, your chest, lift your chin and heart. And exhale, release. Maybe tuck your chin around the back a little bit. You can stay here with the legs crossed, or you can unwind the legs, planting your feet onto the floor, bringing the knees hips distance apart, drawing the shoulder blades together. Take a deep breath in, lift your face up. Maybe you lift those hips up if you need a little bit more this morning, like Claire is. Fill up, let your belly rise all the way up to the ceiling as it floats up with breath in reverse table. Or you may stay just like this with the hips down, still opening up your thoracic spine with your breath. Exhale, come on down from your table, stretch around your spine and tuck your chin here. We'll do one more round together. Press into the feet and the palms. Take a big breath in, inflate your belly, your rib cage, your heart center with breath. Lift your chin. Some of us may lift our hips, but it's no requirement to lift the hips. The only requirement is to breathe evenly through your nose. So wherever you are, take 2 more balanced breaths in through your nose and out through your nose. Breathe in as the belly and chest lift. Breathe out as you slowly lower down and round your spine and tuck your chin. Stretch across the legs, fill your lungs up, reach your arms up towards the sky. And as you exhale, come onto your hands and knees in table pose. If you have any knee issues, such as myself, I had knee surgery in February. Maybe you don't come to your knees if it hurts at all, and you can stay seated. But I will meet you on my knees today. Don't feel too bad. From your table, straighten the arms without locking out your elbows. Turn the smiles of your elbows forward and gaze over the tip of your nose. As you exhale, round your spine. Tuck your chin towards your chest and press your toenails into the mat. As you inhale, lift your face up. Let the belly drop down. Draw the rib cage together, or the back of your shoulder blades together. As you exhale, round your spine. Bring the middle of your back towards the ceiling. Take a big breath in, filling the lungs, concaving the back. Good. Take 2 more of these cat and cows at the pace of your breath. Every inhale, letting your heart center expand and rise with your breath. Good. Take a few more of those cat and cows at your pace. Keep breathing through your nose. Good. And if there's any moment during class where your breath is short, or you find yourself breathing through your mouth, or your attention is away from your breath, I invite you to come to child's pose. So we'll move there for a few moments. Take your knees far apart out to the corners of your yoga mat. And again, this blanket is great support if you have tender knees. And bring your toes together, let your forehead come down. Your head can come onto a block or to your yoga mat. Shift the hips back to the heels and take a deep breath in through your nose, inflating your belly. Exhale, release the breath from the belly, drawing your navel towards the spine. Keep breathing deeply through your nose here. Good. Tomorrow I will not forget to take my phone off of airplane mode. But while you're here in your child's pose, continue to breathe deeply through the nose. Good. Feel your inhales inflating your belly and your exhales releasing you. Now your next breath in, fill your lungs up and rise up to your table pose, that stable table. You can always come here instead of downward facing dog, which we're about to move into. Go ahead, fold your toes under. Begin to lift your hips all the way up and back towards the ceiling. And again, this stable table is more than sufficient. Good. If you're in downward dog, peek at your navel or right between your knees and start to shake your head right and left, yes and no. You may even walk your dog, bending one knee while the other one straightens. If you're in your table, you can just move your hips from side to side. You can continue to move your head. Just getting comfortable here on your mat, right? From here, take a breath in, start to lift the knees, maybe lift the heels, and walk your feet to the top of your mat. If you have a block, you can use it here. If not, bring the fingertips to your shins. Take your block and lift halfway with a flat back. Roll the shoulder blades back and feel your heart pressing forward. Exhale, fold in and bring the heart to the thighs. And we're going to try that half lift again. Lift up just halfway. Fill the lungs up. Feel the belly expand. Hold this pose without holding your breath. A lot of times when we flow, we just flow right through this pose. But this pose can also be something to gently open the heart as you stretch your hamstrings and your low back. Good. Go ahead, lift the heart forward. You could even fire up your quads here to straighten the legs a little bit and feel that stretching in your back and your legs. Take one more breath here in this half lift. Exhale, fold forward, bring the heart to the thighs. Ground through your feet. Inhale, stand all the way up. Reach your arms to the sky, look up. Bring the palms down to your heart center and close your eyes for a moment. Check into your breathing. In our first standing pose of the day, let's set an intention for our practice. To breathe into this heart space. To go inwards and let all of the external factors go for the remainder of class. Take a few moments here in equal standing, grounding through the four corners of your feet. And just feeling your heart rise and fall with your breath. Sealing that intention in. On your next inhalation, fill your belly and your chest up. Lift your arms up, open the eyes up and stand tall. Go ahead and take that right hand down your right thigh and reach the left arm up and over. Draw that left shoulder back so the chest is opening towards the ceiling. Inhale, come back through center, reach up. Exhale to change sides. Go ahead, take a deep breath in, reach all the way back up, look up, maybe arch back, grounding through the feet. And as you exhale, fold forward, hinging from the hips. Peek at the knees or at your navel here in your forward fold. Bring your hands to shin or maybe to your block. Lift halfway with your flat back. Good. Then plant your hands. Come on down to your hands and knees and breathe. Now, if you ate your breakfast and you're feeling energetic this morning, go ahead and do what Claire is doing and go to a plank position. Allow your hips to be parallel with your shoulders here. Draw the elbows in. Take a deep breath in, expanding your rib cage in opposite directions. Come back up, Claire. Breathe. We're in plank. Plank pose. Good. So this is this heart flow, part 2. A big way to strengthen our heart is by strengthening our cardiovascular system. So hold that plank or maybe your table. Either way, take a deep breath in here. Exhale, slowly lower down. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Let the elbows stay in. Press your toenails down. Inhale to scoop the heart up, keeping the back body soft here. Good. As you exhale, come right back into that table or move right into downward facing dog. Lifting the hips up, making your way into that inverted V. Look at the knees or between right your navel. And take 5 balanced breaths here through your nose. And while you breathe, I'm just going to check our comments on Instagram. Make sure everybody's all good. All right, good. Looks like you all are doing good this morning. Great. All right, walk all the way up to the front of your yoga mat. Take your time to get there. As you inhale, lift up halfway with a nice flat spine. And as you exhale, fold all the way back in. Big inhale, stand up tall, reach up, look up, inflating your torso with breath. Bring the palms down to your heart. Good. Inhale, lift. Take your side bends from right to left. So yesterday we caught the wrist and stretched from side to side. If that felt good for you, feel free to catch your wrist as you take these side body extensions. Good. Inhale, fill up, rise. Exhale, release your breath in your body, contracting that low belly as you fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Flatten your back and stretch the torso. Plant your hands, come on down to your hands and knees. This might become a plank pose for you. Let your breath decide. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, slowly lower with control, engaging your abdominal muscles. Inhale, lift your heart. Maybe you lift the thighs in upward facing dog. Exhale to your table pose or right into your downward dog. So what we're doing here is a variation of Sun Salutation A, Surya Namaskar, where in our classes we allow, or not allow, but we invite folks to try that flow on their own so you can move at the pace of your own breath. So if you're familiar with this flow, go ahead. Try your Sun A one time on your own. Otherwise, you can follow Claire and I. Go ahead, take a breath in, start to lift your knees or your heels, and walk your feet to the top of your yoga mat. Take your time to get there. As you inhale, lift halfway with a nice flat spine. As you exhale, fold in. Big breath in, inflate your body. Press through each toe and both heels, lift up. Look past the fingers and bring your hands to your heart where we begin this energizing morning flow together. Fill up, reach the arms up. And as you exhale, stretch from side to side. Maybe you even lift a leg here as you stretch to one side. Yogi's choice. Exhale, release the breath. Release the body. Inhale to lengthen your spine, gaze forward, and then plant your hands. Come on down to your stable table or your strong plank. Take a breath in here, and then slowly release yourself down. Fill up, lift up, draw the shoulder blades down and back, elbows in. Exhale to your table, downward dog, or maybe even that restorative child's pose. You're always invited to go to child's pose. If you need a minute to come back to that intention, to follow the beat of your heart, to follow each breath. Let's all make our way back to the front of our yoga mat, lifting the knees and heels and walking your feet forward. As you inhale, lift halfway. Good. Exhale, fold all the way in. Take a deep breath in. Lift your arms up towards the sky. Look past your fingers. And bring the palms together at your heart. If you have a block, this is the time to grab it and put it towards the back of your yoga mat. Good. Take a deep breath in or grab a book like Claire. This is the home flow after all. Go ahead and take that right foot and step it all the way to the back of your yoga mat. About 3 to 5 feet here, okay? And put your block on the inner arch of that right foot. Turn the right toes to the back of your mat and see that that left leg or left foot is parallel to the short edge of your mat. Reach the arms out wide. Good. Go ahead. Reach your right arm all the way out. And then start to take that right hand down. Maybe it's above your knee. Maybe it's under your knee. Or maybe that hand is on a block here. Wherever you are, you want to externally rotate your left shoulder so your chest is opening up here. I'll turn this way to give you another view here in triangle pose. So take that hip and draw it back so you can open up. Take a deep breath in here, inflating your chest with your breath, drawing those rhomboids right by your shoulder blades together. Take one more inhale here in triangle pose. As you exhale, start to step that left foot in a little bit, right? And then lower that left hand down to your block, maybe to the floor. Square your hips towards the ground, and as you inhale, lift your left arm up towards the sky. Good. Feel that twist from the navel, and take another deep breath here. Good. You're going to be facing the back of your mat, which is fine. We're going to take a big inhale and open those arms out wide. Turn your toes to opposite corners of your yoga mat. Interlace the fingertips right underneath your low back. Take a deep breath into the belly, into the rib cage, into the chest. Let your knuckles hang heavy towards the floor. And as you exhale, fold forward. And breathe and breathe through the nose in Prasarita Padottanasana, letter C. Deep breaths through your nose. Good, maybe even lifting the toes here, strengthening the joints and ligaments and tissues around the knees, around the ankles. As you exhale, release your fingertips down. Lift up halfway with your flat back. And exhale, bring the hands to the hips, ground through your feet. Stand all the way up, open your arms wide. Now we're going to turn those left toes forward. And your right foot becomes parallel to the short edge of the mat. And if you need your block, take it inside of that left foot. Put your left hand on it. Maybe you come down to the floor. Maybe you come here. Options. Take an inhale, lift your right arm up towards the sky in triangle pose, Utthita Trikonasana. Take a deep breath in here. Feel your whole body expanding with this life-giving breath, stretching the legs and the arms. And as you exhale, go ahead, step the right foot in, Lower the right hand down onto your block, drawing that right hip down. Take a big inhale and sweep the left fingertips up towards the sky. Keep that right foot grounded, the outer edge of it. Take one more breath in here, drawing the left shoulder back to stack it over the right. Good, and as you exhale, release your hands, walk your hands towards the middle of your yoga mat. Lift up halfway with your flat back. Feel the hamstrings and back stretching. Good. Go ahead, walk your hands back over to that left foot. And you're going to step it back to the top of your plank, or maybe down to the hands and knees. Take a deep breath in and then slowly lower down to the floor. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale to your table, your downward dog, or maybe that restorative child's pose. Wherever you are, take 5 balanced breaths. Bring that awareness back to your heart and breathe. Good. After that 5th exhale, take a big breath in through your nose. Start to lift your knees or your heels and walk the feet forward. Good. As you inhale, lift up halfway with your nice flat back. And as you exhale, fold forward. Take a deep breath in, sweep the arms all the way up towards the sky. And as you exhale, bring your palms back down to your heart. Feel it soften as you exhale. Breathe in, feel the heart rise, the arms and gaze lift up, and then step that right foot out 3 to 5 feet to the back of your yoga mat. Turn the right toes towards the back of your yoga mat. Reach all the way out and let the right hand come down to your block, your shin, or the floor. Now, if you're like this, but your hand is on the floor, I invite you to use a block or a book so you can open up and take your back, like open up your chest. Good, lift the left arm up towards the sky. And as you exhale, lower that left hand down. Fill your lungs up and reach the right arm towards the sky in your revolved triangle. Now we're going to try a little balancing this morning, everybody. Work to balance your breath. Go ahead, bring your hands, stand up actually a little bit, and turn your body towards the back of your yoga mat. Bring your palms back to your heart center. Start to lunge into that right knee, and maybe you stay right here in this supported airplane, or maybe you take flight and begin to let that left foot flow off of the yoga mat. Wherever you are, with the foot down or with the foot lifted, listen to your heart. If it's beating quickly, maybe you lower that left foot down. Slow down the breath, slow down your heart rate. But if your breath is balanced, continue to balance your body here in airplane pose for 3 breaths, for 2 breaths. Take one more inhale, lifting the left heel up. Exhale, lower it down and step to the top of your plank or your table. Hi guys, I won't give you that view today, so I'll turn back around. But keep breathing through your nose. Lower down slowly with control. Good. Inhale, lift your heart up. Get a little back bend here. And exhale to your downward facing dog. Let's try our other side. Step that left foot or your right foot between your hands. And then stand up nice and tall. Open your arms up wide. Good. Turn your left toes towards the back of the mat now. Take your book or your block inside of your left foot. Good. Place your left hand down, and as you inhale, raise your right arm up towards the sky. And you want to press your hips forward rather than let them just hang out back there. You want to press it forward and lift the arm up. Take another big inhalation, inflating the frontal plane of your body with breath. And as you exhale, maybe step that right foot in and lower your right hand down onto your block. Good. And then lift that left arm all the way up towards the sky. Now you can always lower this knee down too if that feels better for you or allows you to breathe or keep your attention and awareness in your heart. Take one more inhale here, and then go ahead, start to lift your body up, square your hips towards the short edge of your mat, bring your palms together at your heart. Take a breath here, balancing it out, and then we'll start to balance our body. Put your weight into that left knee, and then maybe lift the right leg up. Flexing your right foot, letting that right pinky toe reach down towards the ground. And it's perfectly fine if that right foot is down and you're here. This is perfect. It's still challenging. Continue to draw your awareness to your heart space. Take one more inhalation here in your warrior C. Good, and as you exhale, go ahead and allow your right foot to meet your left. Good, right foot come next to the left. Bend your knees just a little, and then look down at your ankles. See that they're right underneath those hip flexors, so your knees or thighs and feet are hips distance apart. Bend the knees. Inhale, sweep your fingertips above your heart and your head in chair pose. Beautiful, Claire, and yogis at home, even though I can't see you. Wherever you are, you're up here with a little bend, or you're taking a big bend. Keep that attention at your heart. Take another inhale here, lifting the arms to the sky. Keep your hands bring the hands down to your heart on your next exhale. So there are 7 yoga axioms, and one of them is everything is impermanent. So you might start to sweat in this chair pose, but try to keep your awareness on your breathing, knowing in your heart that every challenge will pass. See if you can find 3 more deep, balanced breaths here in your chair pose. Allowing your thighs to become parallel with your yoga mat. As you inhale, filling the belly, lifting the heart. And as you exhale, scooping low belly in and up. One more inhale here through your nose. Exhale, let it all go. Fold over straight, soft knees. Peek at the knees. Inhale, lift up halfway with your nice flat back. And as you exhale, come on down to your hands and your knees. Take your time to get there. Good, no rush. When you make it down to your knees, we're going to do a little bit of hip opening with a heart opener. Go ahead and take that right knee and begin to draw the right knee towards the right wrist, keeping your shin down on the floor. There you go, Claire. Turn that right foot in so your right shin becomes parallel with the short edge of your mat. Good. Start to inch that left knee back and bring your hands by your hips to allow that left hip flexor to ground towards your mat. You can start to inch your left foot in a little bit so that left hip can come down a bit more. Now, if you have any knee issues such as myself, I'll show you another variation. Go ahead and meet me on your back. If you're sitting up like this, begin to slowly come forward in pigeon pose. You can rest your head on a block, or maybe your head comes down to the floor. Now, for us that have knee issues, you want to protect those knees. I invite you to try this pose on your back. So while Claire is hanging out in that pigeon, and some of you, keep breathing evenly through the nose. If you're on your back, take that right foot, place it over your left ankle, and weave your right hand between your legs. Take both hands underneath the left knee and start to draw the left knee and right foot towards your face. Feeling that same stretch in your hip as you would in your pigeon on your knees. Let's all take a few more breaths in this pigeon pose. If you're on the knees, I'm going to give you a little twist here. Slowly start to come up to your forearms. Just making your way up to the forearms. Clear, so press both of your hands into the floor. And then raise that right arm to the sky. So you're like in a twisted pigeon. Good. Lift that right arm all the way up. Yes. Now, if you're in that twisted pigeon, not like I am, but actually on your knees, maybe you bend your left knee and reach back to catch that left foot with your right hand. Yogi's choice. Only take that variation if you can keep the right shoulder back stacked over the left. Good. Slowly, we'll all make our way back to our hands and knees. Take your time to get there in the best way available for you. Good. Breath by breath. Maybe even go to downward facing dog and walk it out for a couple of breaths. And you, from downward dog or table, you can begin to draw your left knee towards the left wrist. Moving into pigeon pose on your left side. Take your time to get there. And again, if you were on your back for the other side, maybe you meet me on your back for your left side. From that pigeon, take a deep breath in. And take a breath out as you take yourself into that pose. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Keeping in mind that every single thing is impermanent. So when the mind wanders or begin to focus on a sensation, try to send your breath to any spaces that feel tightness. Good. If you're on your knees in that variation of pigeon, begin to come up to your hands, or your elbows rather, in that forearm, on your forearms. Press both palms down and start to lift your left arm up towards the sky this time in your little twisted pigeon. Getting a heart and hip opener at the same time. And just maybe you reach back for your right foot. Or maybe you hang out with me on your back. Wherever you are, take a couple more balanced breaths through your nose. Awesome. Exhale, release everything. And let's all meet on our hands and knees. Take your time to get there in the best way available for you. Breathing in and out through the nose. Good. Take a few breaths here. And then we'll all meet back onto the hands and knees. Make your way to a seated position. Take your time to get there. Good. Open your legs far apart. Maybe I'll move the computer a little bit so you can see the mat. Yeah. Externally rotate those thighs so your pinky toes are reaching down towards the floor. Good. Take a deep breath in. Fill your lungs up. Lift your arms up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, reach out to catch your left knee, or right above it, right under it, maybe your ankle or your foot. That left hip might want to lift up. Keep rooting down through the left hip. Take a breath in here, clear. Lift the chin out to the toes, extending that lumbar spine here. And as you exhale, start to fold forward. Anchoring that left hip down so you get the maximum stretch through the low back. Breathe here. Oh, good. I see some friends have joined. I'm just going to check here to see if anyone had any questions or anything. Hi, everybody. All right. Now I want to share with you a quote about impermanence here as we breathe. Impermanence is a principle of harmony. When we don't struggle against it, we're in harmony with reality. So even when you start to feel tight in these poses, and you want to jump out of it, See if you can be exactly where you are, as you may struggle to and start to feel a lot of sensations. Continue to breathe, cultivating this harmony with whatever you're feeling in the moment, breath by breath. Good. Take an inhale and exhale as you release deeper into this pose and into this moment. Your next inhale, start to inflate the body with breath. Fill up, lift your arms up, lift your gaze up. And then go ahead and reach out to that left knee, left ankle, left foot, whatever is available for you. Take a breath in, extend your chin out to the toes, and exhale as you fold all the way in here. And keep in mind to externally rotate those thighs, letting your pinky toes reach down towards the mat and plugging that right hip all the way down. Watching the breath as it moves into the belly, into your rib cage, and into your heart. And in these moments of stillness, notice where your mind is. Without any judgment, work to bring it back to your breath. Good. Find 5 more deep, even breaths here in this seated, wide leg forward fold. And on that next inhale, take a huge breath in, inflate your belly, rise, and lift your arms all the way up towards the sky. Good. Bring your feet together. Take your time to get there. And then maybe you use a block or a blanket to bring the feet closer to your face. You got some options here for taking a variation of this pose that we did yesterday. Your feet can also be on the floor. Go ahead and press your thumbs into that bunion part of your feet. Take a deep breath in, fill your lungs up, lift your heart up, erecting your spine here. And as you exhale, start to come forward and walk your hands up under those shins. Maybe your elbows rest on the floor. Good. And as you exhale, start to fold forward, breathing in and out through the nose. Rounding your spine here. Take a deep breath into the back of your heart, feeling your back body inflate with your breath. And as you exhale, come on in even deeper. Tucking your chin towards your chest to get the thyroid engaged, giving that morning metabolism a boost here. Take 5 more breaths. And after your 5th exhalation, fill your body up and start to lift it up. Take your time here. Walk those hands a couple inches behind your hips. Unwind the legs and press your feet into the floor. We're going to move into that reverse table again, and you'll notice how different it feels after our body is a little bit warmed up now. Take a deep breath in, fill up, and maybe start to lift your hips up. You can always keep those hips down. Wherever you are, take 5 breaths here. Let your head fall back in your shoulder girdle. Keep the quads activated so your knees aren't just all open from side to side. We're going to keep them steady, pressing through the toes and the heels. Take 1 more inhalation here. Feel that stretch through your shoulders, your chest, around your heart. And as you exhale, slowly start to release your body down. Good. Good work, everybody. From here, extend your legs straight out in front of you. Then shake it out if you need to. Take any extra flesh from underneath your sitting bones so you can get grounded here as you stretch the legs out. Draw your ankle bones together. Take a deep breath in, fill your lungs up, lift the arms and gaze all the way up. Now get your peace fingers out. That's what we're trying to bring into our heart space. Take a deep breath in, lift those peace fingers up, your index finger in your middle, and then reach out for your toes. If you can catch them, cool. If you can't, even better, you have a reason to be here. You can always grab the ankles or the knees or wrap a tie or something around your feet. Wherever you are, take a breath in, lift your chin out towards your toes. And again, those hands can be in a number of places. And as you exhale, start to fold in. Let the elbows splay out in this seated forward fold. Breathe in, feeling that belly expand and reach out towards your thighs. And breathe out as you draw your belly away from your thighs. Active breathing to not only strengthen our abdominal muscles, but our lungs, our heart, our internal organs. Take one more big breath in here through your nose. Exhale, release your toes and just sink in here. Deep breath in, walk the hands up, inflating your body, lift the arms up towards the ceiling. Reach up and look up. And this time as you exhale, just let everything go, not even reaching for anything. Just letting gravity do the work. Breathe here. Feel the back of those legs connecting with your yoga mat. Maybe a slight bend in the knee if you feel any pain. Remain in that forward fold for about 5 more deep breaths through your nose. I want to share with you guys a resource, which is Dr. Dean Ornish's program for reversing heart disease. Lots of amazing information here about how this practice is so good for our heart health. So as you fold forward here, take 5 more breaths and really work to visualize sending this life-giving breath to your heart space. Just 3 more deep, full breaths in and out through the nose. Beautiful. After that 3rd exhalation, take a deep breath in. Allow your body to rise and fill. And then slowly, backbone by backbone, come on down to your backs. I will be sitting up to look at our IG comments, but we'll love if you come all the way down to your back. When you get there, squeeze the knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug for being here, taking care of your mind and body this morning. And then go ahead, press your footprints up towards the ceiling. Some call this candlestick pose. We did this yesterday, and it's so good for your circulatory system. Keep breathing here. If your neck and your shoulders are okay, go ahead and lift your hips up off of the floor. Stacking your hips over your shoulders, straighten your legs up here so the footprints reach to the ceiling. There you go, Claire. Lift those legs up. You can have the legs lifted up like Claire, stacking shoulders or hips over shoulders, or you could be lying down on your back like me. Doesn't matter. All that matters is this deep, balanced breath flowing through your nose and into your body and into your heart. Take another inhale here. If you have your hips lifted, slowly let your toes come over your head for plow pose, halasana. You'll see Claire doing that if you're on IG. If your hips are down, continue to press your heels up towards the ceiling. Stretching out your hamstrings here. Taking big breaths in as the belly inflates and breaths out as you release. If you're in plow pose like Claire, work to deepen your breath now that your lungs are a bit compressed. Take 2 more deep breaths. Send that oxygen to your blood, to all of your internal organs, particularly your heart. And as you exhale, slowly come out of this, vertebra by vertebra, if your hips are lifted, and we'll all meet with our knees bent and our feet down on the floor. Take the knees, hips distance apart. Let the shoulders press down in your palms. And on your next inhale, fill the lungs up, fill your belly up, and let it start to float towards the ceiling. Getting a little back bend here in Setu Bandhasana, and look up at the ceiling. You want to protect your cervical spine here. Maybe you place a block underneath your hips. This always feels nice. But if the neck and the quads, the neck is okay, you can use those quads to lift your body up. Good, exhale, come on down, release your body. Hug the knees into your chest. And we'll try one more round. If the full back bend is in your practice, go for it. Otherwise, press the hands down, press the feet down. As you inhale, fill your belly and just let it float to the ceiling like a hot air balloon. Look up and breathe. If not in that full wheel pose and you're like Claire and I right now, maybe you walk those heels closer to your shoulders to get more leverage, to puff up and inflate your thoracic spine. Maybe you walk the shoulder blades together, interlacing the fingertips underneath your low back. Wherever you are, know that it's impermanent. And soften around that. And as you exhale, release your breath, your body, and anything on your heart. Hug the knees in towards the heart center. And this time, draw a few circles on the ceiling. Give yourself another little massage here. Good. Open your arms out wide to a T. Let the knees fall to your right side, stacking your left knee over your right knee. And then let those shoulders melt down into your yoga mat. Even here, feel this broadening of your collarbone and of that space around your heart. Good. Inhale, come back through center. And as you exhale, start to change sides. Peek over your right shoulder for your spinal twist. Take a deep breath in, separating your lungs and your rib cage with breath. And exhale as you release. Good. Start to come back through center. Take your time to get there. And then go ahead and extend your heels down to the corners of your yoga mat. Place your right hand on your heart. Take your left hand right underneath your navel. And allow your eyes to close. Allow your lips to close. And in Shavasana on your back, in this restful state of awareness, notice how you feel. Taking a moment here to scan your body. From the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes. Good. Just resting on your back. And slowly start to reawaken your body by adding some movement to your toes and your fingers. Let your chin fall from one shoulder to the other. And then take a deep breath in, reach your arms over your head, fill your whole body up with this gift of breath, sending it especially to the heart. Breathe in, exhale as you release it all. Draw the knees in towards your chest. Good, and then rock over to your favorite side to sleep on in a fetal position. Take your time to get there. And then start to feel your way up to a comfortable seated position. Your legs can be crossed or extended if need be. Take a deep breath in, lift the arms, fill your whole body up with this beautiful gift of breath. And as you exhale, bring the palms together at your heart in Anjali Mudra, a symbol of gratitude, gently tucking the chin. Let's just take a few more moments here to ourselves before closing our practice. Letting our heart soften with each exhale and allowing our heart to strengthen with each inhale. On your next inhale, fill up both of your lungs completely. Fill up the rib cage, the chest, and the heart. Retain your breath at the top. Open your mouth and let it go. May our hearts be lighter and freer this week and beyond. The light in me bows to that same light in all of you. Namaste. Thank you all for being here with us today. We're still working out our technical kinks some way, somehow. Thank you. Some of our, say again, Claire? Oh, I thought you were speaking. But yeah, thank you so much for your patience and just in doing these online classes with us. But that's why we do yoga, right? To be patient, to be calm, and move through all the challenges with balance. We hope you have a lovely weekend. Yoganic Flow has a few other classes you guys can come take, or one other class you can take on the weekend with Lydia. So check that out on Saturday. But with Sidewalk Detroit, we'll be here Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. And we're so very grateful to Sidewalk Detroit to be here to be able to share this healing practice with all of you. So thanks for flowing with Claire and I this morning, and have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye, Claire. Thank you.